'Tis the season to be making a prime rib roast. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do mine on Christmas Day. Not only will I be using rosemary, but my secret ingredient is au jus powder mix. I know, what is she gonna do with this? I'm gonna show you how. I actually got a 4-rib cut. So how to measure it is one rib for 2 people. So I have 4 ribs here. And so this is gonna be good for probably 8 people. And then what you're gonna wanna do is paper towel dry it just to make sure that it's super dry. Then, because I'm going to use the au jus powder in my oil rub, normally if I don't do the au jus powder, I would do a very generous sprinkle of salt and pepper to season it. But in this case, I'm just going to not do as generously, but still season it with salt, like so. That, and then do a very generous sprinkle of black pepper. And the reason why you don't need to do a lot of the salt is because the au jus powder mix that I'm gonna be using in my oil rub is already pretty seasoned and pretty salty. Okay, now we're gonna sear this baby. And actually, you're gonna wanna score the fat. So I had to carefully score mine only because I didn't wanna cut the strings because the strings are what's holding the meat and the bone together. And then you wanna sear the prime rib fat side down first. Then on all sides, about 3 minutes per side, you're building flavor and searing in all those juices. Just make sure to use an oven-proof pan for this. And then to make your oil rub, you're gonna wanna chop rosemary along with garlic mixed with olive oil and a tablespoon of the au jus gravy mix. Just gonna lather this on. I always use a meat thermometer just to be extra sure, only because my husband isn't very happy when his beef is overcooked. So I'm gonna insert it all the way in the center, in the middle. And then usually in our family, we like our meat to be medium. So I always do it when I'm cooking a steak, etc. I always stop it at 135 degrees and pull it out and then let it rest because the temperature is gonna rise by 5 to 10 degrees at least. So always factor that in. In this case, because it's a prime rib, I'm going to do it at 128 degrees, only because I find that it starts cooking a lot more after I pull it out of the oven, and the worst thing you can possibly have is a well done prime rib. It's like blasphemy. It's a big no-no. Your guests will hate you. Okay, so 128 degrees. You know what? I'm just gonna be safe. I'm gonna do 125 degrees. But I also like to do 15 minutes per pound, but don't rely on that, rely on the meat thermometer. So it got pretty dark by the time I was done, so pardon the lighting. But this came out a beautiful medium. It's important to pull it out at 120 degrees because it's gonna land just under medium after resting. So it's getting dark very early. And this took me a little bit. So I have my au jus here, and then I have my beautiful slice of prime rib. I'm so hungry at this point. Gonna dip it into my au jus. That flavor is so incredible. So beyond juicy here. Such a winner. Happy holidays, everyone. Bye.